So you probably won't believe how I have my phone right now. I can't find my phone tripod that I have, and for some reason I can't find my GoPro's in my purse. I just don't feel like getting that out, and this is easier to film with my phone real quick. My voice is a little sore only because this past weekend was the expo, and it was so loud, and for you to talk to people, you know, you really have to scream and yell, and I did a lot of face painting, and I made a video driving out to our Suffolk shop talking about the expo. I don't even know if I'm really going to use it, but I wanted to share with you guys dermal piercings that I got today, and if you can see it, it's still red. I just took the bandage off and I just cleaned it with saline solution. So my brain is like, I'm super tired. It was my day off today, but I, went and got pierced. I've actually been wanting this piercing for like 5 years. Yeah, it took me a while to get the nerve to even get pierced because I was never really into piercings, to be honest. When I was 12, my mom took me to the mall and I got my second holes done. They're closed up now, but when I got them done, I actually ended up passing out and just fell out. And ever since then, I was just kind of like, oh my God, no. And I didn't really know how to take care of them very well. And they ended up getting infected, so I ended up closing them up. I could still feel some of the scar tissue every now and then when I go like this. But yeah, I remember back 6 years ago, I went to hair school, and there was like 1 or 2 girls that had one of these dermals, and they're called different things: dermal, surface piercings, anchor, I don't know. So I just will call them dermal for this video. I definitely have been wanting to do it, and I finally was like, well, you know what? I'm in a shop now. I'm not going to be going to a salon. I'm closer and closer every day to, becoming a tattoo artist and transitioning from apprentice to a tattoo artist. And so this is something that I've always wanted to do. And, I figure if I can handle getting my head tattooed and my knuckles tattooed and like whatever else kind of tattoos I want to get, I'm pretty sure that I can handle a piercing. So I honestly just didn't. I'm really kind of surprised I did it. But when I get an idea in my head and I obsess about it, I won't stop till I get it. So I decided to drive out there, and I was trying to decide if I wanted 1 or 2. I really liked the way the 2 piercings looked together. I just wanted it to be different. So I went ahead and picked out these 2, and I'm going to try to zoom in on them. I don't have any makeup around that spot because you don't want to get bacteria and any kind of, you don't want to cause makeup or any kind of, dirt or anything to get inside of the anchor on the bottom. And so I don't have any makeup around that spot. So I do have makeup over here, but you can see it's still red. It's a little bruised. Yeah, so I'm going to talk about my experience with this piercing. It really wasn't that bad. So I went there, I filled out the client release form, and, my piercer, his name is Brian Kelly out of Tattoo Skills in Suffolk. He is our one piercer. Hopefully, maybe one day we'll get another piercer at our shop at the Virginia Beach location, but for now, yeah, I drove out there. It's a little bit in sticks, and yeah, I filmed a little bit driving out there, but it was just like country. Nothing against the country, but I am like, where I live right now is kind of a mixture between beach, city, and country. There's still parts of Virginia Beach that are not like fully developed and stuff like that. I keep playing with this scarf. I got this from the expo. It's got skulls all over it, and if you're one of my friends or follow me for a very long time, you know I love skulls. I pretty much have any kind of sugar skull thing, and so when I saw this at the expo, I knew I had to have it. So anyway, to get back on track what I'm talking about, so I decided I knew I wanted to dermals, and I didn't want to have just a regular white or clear diamond. You know me, I always have to be a little bit different. I like color. And this is pretty much my favorite color. And this is more like a bluish green opal gemstone. Yeah, he wrote down all the things. Oh, here it is. I don't know anything about piercings, so I was asking like a billion questions. So these are surface anchors. The size I have is a 14 gauge, which I guess is pretty normal standard piercings. I have a 2 millimeter rise, so I'm guessing that's the length of the bar from the anchor, and then a 4 millimeter cap. So this is a 4 millimeter measurement on the top. That's why they look kind of bigger. They had a smaller size. I think they had 2 other smaller sizes, but they didn't have the colors I liked. And so if you're gonna do it, you know, go big or go home. So I just got the bigger size. So yeah, if you're thinking about getting a piercing, especially on your face, you know, do your research. I definitely did that. I understand, you know, how it works as far as the surface piercing. So, you know, you have the 3 layers of skin. So like, let's say this is the 3 layers of skin. This is the epidermis, dermis, and the subcutaneous layer, or the hypodermis. So basically what happens is, let's say, let me use something for reference. So I'm like trying to find something on my desk. So like, let's say this is the anchor part. So it's a flat shape, and it gets basically inserted into like this layer right here. So, and it's got little holes in it. I'm probably doing a horrible explanation of this, but it has holes in it. And then the rise, the little bar, will go straight in through here and connect to this, and basically screw into there, I think it is. I'm not sure, but and then the cap goes on top. It just sits on the epidermis. And so over time, the little holes that are in there, the connective tissues will heal through it, and that will solidify it. So that's basically what a surface piercing is. It's just basically under, you know, the 2 layers of skin, and it's kind of in the fatty part of your skin. So of course I ate something on my way over there, and I had some ginger ale because I love ginger ale. And I'm trying to remember because I have so much going on in my brain right now. Sorry, my hair is kind of all over the place. So yeah, I laid down in the chair. It's like a reclining barber's chair kind of thing. And, you know, he marked it on my face. I told him where I wanted it, and he marked it. And I looked in the mirror and I said, all right, it looks good. I did want to record it, but at the same time, I was just kind of building my nerves to even do it, because I know it's ridiculous. I have all these tattoos and I'm scared of getting pierced, but that's just, I hate needles. Every time I go to the hospital, they always mess up my veins. Like, they can never find my vein, like, ever. So I memorized it. It's like right here, because when I was in the Army, they kept poking me and they could never find a vein. And I always end up getting like hand veins, and those hurt a lot. So anyway, my brain just went blank. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, anyway, so then he got everything ready. He autoclaved my jewelry once I picked it out. So that took about 20-30 minutes for him to autoclave it and sterilize it properly before putting it in my body, on my face. And so, yeah, I just kind of hung around the shop. Even though I was off, I answered the phones and talked to people. I just tried to help them out while I was there. And I met one of our other artists. He's guest spotting right now. His name's Ian. He's from the Outer Banks, so he'll be kind of hanging around because we've got a lot of people coming in for tattoos, getting ready for the summer, and they don't want to be healing, you know, while it's in the summertime. And I hear my brother. So anyway, when he went to go put in the anchor part first, he pinched my skin and basically shoved it in my skin and like kind of twisted it around. That's basically going to anchor it later on. You have to move the tissue around so it can grow back through later. That part was not so bad. When he pinched it and then put it in there, it honestly just felt like you're popping a huge pimple that kind of hurts a lot. So like, if you're used to, I know you shouldn't pick at your pimples, but I do it, and I hate doing it, but I have lots of scars from it. But that's basically what it feels like. It feels like someone's, you're popping a huge zit. So he did one, and then to put the cap on, I don't know if it like popped on, because he didn't really have to screw it on. I think he like popped it. And so he, was trying to get it on there, and there's a lot of pressure. Like he was just, he described it as like a kid sucker punching you in the face, because that's what it feels like. It's not like a grown man, that would knock your ass out, but just kind of like it stings. And so after that was over, then that was fine. That first one was fine. I think he did this top one first, and then he did the second one and got the bottom part, and he twisted it, and that was fine. But when it came to putting the cap on this one right here, that hurt a lot. Like he had to do it twice. And it's probably because, he said I have really thick skin, and I think it's because I have a lot of scar tissue from just acne, and the fact that I've, been exposed to a lot of different environments. And I did have a chemical spill on this side of my face when I was in the Army. Somebody put kerosene in the Humvee engine with gasoline, and those two chemicals you should never mix together. So when my second year in the Army, I went to go drain it, a private that was fresh out of AIT, just basically pulled the plug before I could tell him, how to do it properly to drain the gas tank. So it went all over me. And so every now, this side's really sensitive sometimes. Like if I run my hands over here, like I'll twitch or something, but I'm very happy with how it turned out. It swelled up a little bit, but not that much. I took some ibuprofen right afterwards, that I take anyway. And yeah, I love it. And they're about $40 each, or $45 each, so 2 for $80. I got a little bit of a discount because I worked there, but it wasn't by much. And also, I never got to show you guys, but if you look here, I got two tooth gems done. My boss, my mentor, his girlfriend does tooth gems, and we, right before the expo, about a week before the expo, I wanted to support her and support the shop and represent, so I said, yeah, stick a couple tooth gems on my teeth, because I don't really like my teeth, but, I mean, shit, why not? So, all of us kind of have one, so I wanted to support, and they were about $45 each too, or $20. I don't remember how much hers were, but yeah, so that's basically my experience with this dermal piercing. And for Aftercare, oh man, my ear itches. So he put this bandage on me afterwards. I just took it off, but I ran to the store and I got, where is it? I thought I brought it in here. Oh, here it is. I bought saline, sterile saline solution, ready to use. This was about $5 at Walmart. And then I bought Tegaderm, and this is basically a clear bandage that you just stick on there, and that's what I had on there before. And so basically, my piercer recommended, keeping a bandage for 1 to 2 weeks, and then after that, just wear it at night. You don't want to twist it or anything like that. So yeah, it really doesn't even hurt right now. It's a little tender, but yeah, I washed my hands before I peeled off my bandage, and then I took a paper towel and kind of soaked this in it and kind of held it up, and then afterwards I kind of sprayed this on it, kind of let it run through, and now I'm just kind of letting it breathe a little bit, and before I go to bed I'm going to wash my hands and rinse it probably, well, I don't need to, I don't know, we'll rinse it one quick time and then I'll put a bandage when I go to sleep. But again, I'm really happy with it. You can see I have a lot of redness in my skin, which is mainly why I wear makeup, because I don't like all the redness. But yeah, so tooth gems and dermals. So yeah, I just wanted to make this quick video. Let me know if you have any questions about the dermal piercings, or I don't know, any comments or anything like that. So thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye guys.